His art is in your face and seen on buildings all over the world. But for artist Graham Hoete, better known as Mr. G, there's no place like home.
The thing is over here that the lifestyle is very simple and, you know, it's a different kind of wealth here.
He's rediscovering his roots for his most personal work to date. Is this a legacy project for you?
Yeah, I guess so. It's an opportunity for me to create, I guess, my most meaningful and my best work, really.
40-year-old artist Graham Hoete is bound for Matakana Island. It's a barge ride across a sandbar from Tauranga.
I always love coming here. It's a privilege for me to be connected to a place like this.
It's one of the 2 islands he whakapapas back to. And through his art, he wants to tell the stories of the people and the places where he comes from.
So on the Matakana side, I immediately thought of my nan and koro and the memories I have of them and their connection to the mōtītī as well.
The inspiration for his latest assignment began here on Matakana, at this old corrugated iron shed on his grandparents' papakainga.
I just wanted to use my art to honour them and being able to paint a portrait of them on one of their old sheds, you know, on their own homestead. Again, that just kind of wreaks connection.
The shed is being taken down and transported to Tauranga Art Gallery for Graham's first solo art exhibition in November called Home.
I've named the theme of my show Home. And I'm excited to be sharing it with you all at the end of this year. Can't wait to see you all there. Ngā mihi.
While he's always celebrated his Ngaitirangi and Ngāti Awa heritage, recently Graham's been delving deeper into his Scottish whakapapa.
My great-great-great-grandfather, John Alfred Murray Borrowdale, he came over to Aotearoa in the 1840s and he married a Kataraina Tikuni, and that's pretty much where all the Murray side comes from.
Graham travelled to Scotland last year to visit the hometown of his tupuna.
Just arrived in Moffat. It's 2 hours out from Edinburgh.
And true to form, he was determined to honour his tupuna there the best way he knows how.
I managed to paint a portrait of him there. It was the first mural ever painted in the town of Moffat as well, because it's all historic buildings. But it was hugely well received over there.
Mr. G carefully handpicks every art assignment, always keen to experiment with ideas.
Yeah, I guess, well, I'm not afraid to give things a crack, you know, and I've always kind of believed nothing ventured, nothing gained, you know, so you'll never know if you don't give something a go, you know.
And that's what he did almost 8 years ago, relocating across the Tasman to pursue his career.
When I was in Sydney, for the first time I went through depression. Went through a whole, I guess, series of relationship breakdowns and disappointments and a whole lot of stuff, really. In Sydney, it's very fast-paced and everyone's highly strung and just pursuing things that, you know, I guess a lot of things that don't really matter in life, you know.
So 2 years ago, he came back home to the other special island in his life, Mōtītī, his tūranga waiwai.
The very first thing I done when I landed back in Aotearoa was come straight to the island, and me and my mum went diving and got a fresh feed of kinu and pāwa, and when I had that first pāwa, you know, down on the beach, and just had a little bit of a tangi, you know, because, you know, I just felt like I'd reconnected back with home, you know. The simplicity of the lifestyle here kind of really helps just balance things out a bit, sets the priorities straight again.
His connection here runs deep.
Yeah, I heard a good saying about, you know, how do you define the word home, and it's where do you want to be buried? And yeah, this is definitely the place for me. It's here on Mōtītī Island. It's where my sister was buried, and yeah, this is home for me.
Around 60 people live on this tiny, rugged slice of paradise, including his parents, who moved here 30 years ago.
Dad. Hey, Mum.
Kia ora, Graham. Oh, nice to see you.
All through his parents' property are some of his earliest artworks that they've proudly preserved.
These are all Graham's?
Yeah. These all these paintings down here.
Yes.
Come around here. That's my great tipuna, him on a Tauranga.
Oh, wow. And when did Graham do this?
Oh, a few years back now, and he couldn't get on a plane, he had to come over on a barge.
He's always been an artist. As he grew older, especially when he got into college and he started, the teachers saw that he had some talent in him, so he sort of just carried on from there, more or less.
It's Graham's folks, the most influential people in his life, who will be the main focus of his home project.
Graham says it's his most important work that he's ever done.
Oh, I'd say it would be. It would be his most important work. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it, like all Graham's family here and my family, they're all looking forward to seeing his exhibition. And it's good too, because being in Tauranga, we've got lots of whānau here in Tauranga, so it'll be a real eye-opener for a lot of them.
This is where he creates his magic, in his garage studio at home in Papamoa. Work's already started on this stunning spray-painted depiction of his father.
I want people to feel the heart of these portraits, and just the love and honour I have for my parents.
Mr. G extending his talents beyond spray paint, turning his hand to whakairo that will frame his father's artwork.
With the portrait of Dad, I'm not just painting a photorealistic portrait of him, I'm also incorporating other aesthetic techniques as well that are going to portray and tell his story and his connection to his tipuna and to Mōtītī and to tamatea ki tuhutahi, which is his whare tipuna.
He'll shortly begin work on his mum's image.
You're humble people, Kathy. What is it going to be like seeing your face up there on his artwork?
It's going to blow me away. I haven't seen the one of me yet, but every time I see the one his dad done, like he did one on the back of a building at the Mount, and every time I saw it, it made me want to cry because it was so real, So I'd probably be the same with these ones.
Mr. G's mahi, a powerful reminder that home is where his heart is.
I make an exerted effort to make time and create moments with my parents. They're not here forever, so I cherish those moments with them. And I tell Mum and Dad that I love them, while I have the opportunity to do that.
What do you want the general public to take away from your exhibition?
I want people to feel that sense of home, and maybe encourage them to revisit their connections to their people and to their homeland as well.